Hey guys, Tyler and Pete here from Midwest Industries. We got a product overview for you guys today. We're going to be going over our Ghost Ring sights for our lever actions.
Yeah, these are something we've made for quite a while, and we've done them in a couple different ways. So, like the gun I'm holding here, the sights are more standalone. So obviously this has one of our handguards on it, but this could be ran just with these sights. And they obviously have a little bit of Picatinny rail here, or we do make a version for T1s and clones like that, or T2s.
Yeah, and then we also have a version that goes on all our sight systems for the different models out there. So this one has a handguard full length and a full length top rail, and then our Ghost Ring sights on it. We have this for our Henrys, Marlins, Rossies, Smith & Wessons.
Yep.
We made it for pretty much all the major ones at this point. But we wanted to go through today why and how we develop these sights and why they're important to, and not just an add-on feature to the whole system.
Right, so we make them for 357, 44 mag, 4570, and what we wanted was sights that could be used, could actually get a zero with, with supersonics and subsonics, suppressed and unsuppressed kind of thing.
Yeah, a lot of OEM sights, when you try to sight in your gun, when you throw suppressor on it, and especially 4570 with the variation in loads out there, you might not be able to get the best zero with your irons. Whereas now, there's enough travel on front and back to have subsonic loads with a suppressor, or very fast supersonic loads for hunting or just blasting in the different calibers out there. I mean, 4570 is a big one.
It's a big one, yep.
But
3030, stuff like that too.
That's another one.
And then the other thing was we wanted to make sure that they were at a height over the bore that you could see over those cans, especially the larger diameter cans, without having such a tall sight height over bore that it was not practical. So they're very practical. And then like Tyler was saying, they're adjustable. And having that adjustment for elevation and windage is really important, and we put enough travel in there that you can do it with the rear sight and the front sight. Basically, you can get any zero you need.
Yeah, we actually make a little tool that we ship with our systems and our Ghost Ring rails individually that allows you to adjust the elevation on your front sight, your elevation on the rear sight if needed, and then obviously also the windage in the back. So it gives you just that extra little bit of movement if needed, depending on what rounds you're shooting.
Right, absolutely. We spent a lot of time developing these, so we made a lot of trips to the range, just making sure that when these ship, they're actually in a neutral position that is very close for most loads that you're going to shoot. And then, like I said, we went out and we shot a lot, making sure we had everything dialed in for you guys, so it'd be real simple. Yeah, we shot a lot of different variations in ammo, a lot of different variations in guns. Obviously, all the new ones that come out, there's constantly new guns, ever-changing basically out there, and we're constantly testing those as well to make sure they work with these sights, they ship at the correct height. We actually install these at the most common zero height as well, so you're as close hopefully as possible right out of the gate. Yep, want to be able to use the least amount of ammo to get zeroed so you can start having some fun with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I guess the only other thing I want to make sure everybody realizes is with these sights, they're low enough that if you don't have our adjustable height cheek piece on your, if you don't have our stock on your gun, you can still get a good sight picture, but they're also at a height where you're not smashing your face down into the stock to get a sight picture, because some sights we've looked at out there, you have to really smash your face in to use them.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. I mean, your length of pull and how you hold a gun is different than even me. So,
absolutely.
I mean, everybody, you need to have that happy medium. But we have a couple other little features on these things too. So if you just wanted to run a scope on this and you did want to remove, you could obviously run your scope over the top of the rear, like any gun out there.
Yep.
But we also have the option that you can remove this. There's a little wedge that you can replace this with, so it's just flat back here. So you can have a low scope on rings.
Yep, nice clean look if you want to.
Which is nice. And then also on the front sights, we'll show it in a close-up, but they're serrated. They got little, it basically is anti-glare machine marks on there, so you're not having that reflectiveness come back at you while you're looking down range.
Yep, we just wanted to make sure that those little details were involved so that everybody would be able to have the best shooting experience possible.
Yeah. So feel free to check these out on our website. They're available in the majority of the big popular rifles out there. Marlin, Smith, Rossi, Henry, all of them pretty much out there that are popular. We got the different sight systems, the Ghost Ring rails we have available. Go check them out on our website. But if you got any questions, feel free to throw it down below in the comments, and we'll keep doing more product overviews like this for you.
Yeah, in the meantime, everybody have a good week, and thanks for watching.
Thanks.